The following presentation was made possible by the Altek Media Group, a Southern California multimedia company providing exponential branding and marketing services to all their clients. The Altek Media Group understands the value of the 3W strategy, providing their clients proven, trackable results. Let us make it easy for you to grow your business. Visit altekmedia.com.
The Murrieta Police Department, just to give you a little bit of background, is an organization of about 92, 93 sworn officers, and about half that again in support, civilian support staff, professional staff. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary this year in the Valley, and the city just crossed its 26-year mark. And so some of the news I'm going to give you with regard to that is some of these crime statistics, and hopefully this will be a little more uplifting than the last speech. So, every year in about October, the Federal Bureau of Investigation releases its crime statistics for the nation. And for this year, Murrieta experienced its lowest violent crime stats in the past 22 years of its history. We think it actually goes back to the full 26 years, but stats were a little shakier in the early years of the city's organization, so we were only able to go back to 1995. But based officially, in the last 22 years, it's been the lowest that we've had. Also, when you take what we consider to be Part 1 crimes, or what the Federal Bureau of Investigation calls Part 1 crimes, which is homicide, rape, robbery, assault, burglary, theft, specifically auto theft, and then arson. Those are all the Part 1 crimes that we use to report these statistics to the FBI to get these numbers. The violent crimes are what we call the top big four, which is homicide, rape, robbery, and assault. We had the lowest violent crimes per capita in the nation of populations of 100,000 or more. So that means for the first time in our history, we've been chasing Irvine for year after year after year being number 2. We are now number 1. And the next stat that hopefully you can see from back in the back is that we are the 18th lowest for property crimes in the nation for populations of 100,000 or more across the country. The thing that makes that really incredible is, in spite of the hurdles that Sacramento keeps putting in front of us with the passage several years ago of Assembly Bill 109, with the realignment and release of prisoners, as well as Prop 47 that we had recently that reduced several crimes that were previously felonies to misdemeanors, we're still able to do that. And so in spite of those hurdles, it seems to be working out rather well. And then the last stat that I wanted to show you was based on those 8 Part 1 crimes that I told you about. We were 10th overall lowest in Part 1 crimes in the nation for populations of 100,000 or more. The other thing I wanted to talk about is a lot of people will say, to what do you attribute, the low crime rate in Murrieta? And as much as we as a police department would like to take sole credit for that, and we will if you'll let us, it's based on the partnerships that we have. And when Chief Hatton first took over a few years ago, one of the things that he did was he changed our motto to partners with our community. And we put it on the doors of the police cars, we put it in our evaluations of employees. When an employee is either rewarded for positive behavior or in some cases disciplined for negative behavior, we always point to that partnership and that mission statement in how they measured up. And if it wasn't for the partnerships that we have with other city departments within the city, the school district, as Pat Kelly said earlier, community groups, you in the business community, and most importantly our community as a whole, having people that are willing to call the police when they see something suspicious, get involved and be a witness, those are the kinds of things that make it of success for all of us in the community. And so that's really the reason for the low crime stats, and it turned out to be a really good year for us, and so it doesn't have to have a little bit of luck as well. This is that mission statement that we have at the police department, which is in partnership with our community. We're dedicated to providing the highest quality police service to enhance community safety, protect life and property, and reduce crime. And those are the cornerstone of everything that we do at the police department is tied back to that mission statement. I know a lot of you in business understand the value of a mission statement and how some organizations, it tends to be just words on a piece of paper and it's rarely referenced. We really try to ingrain that in the culture of our organization and everything that we do. For 2018, the goals that the chief has established for us is to complete the implementation of a new CAD RMS system. It's not quite as high-tech as robot arms in your stomach, but which I probably can't afford either. It's important for us from an administrative standpoint to be able to pull reports for statistical analysis, and also important for our crime analyst to be able to pull those stats and get that information in a timely fashion back to our patrol force so that they know how to best deploy our resources so we can police smarter and not harder. So a new implementation of that software this coming year will really help us to be able to do that. The next thing is we have, for the last few years, been on a huge campaign to expand our social media footprint, and that's not just about PR. It's really about crime prevention and education, being able to reach a large number of our population in this way, which is obviously the vehicle that everybody is using now, is the way that we really want to be able to do that moving forward. And so just recently we were able to pass 15,000 followers on Facebook, another couple of thousand on Twitter, and so we're really trying to use that to get crime information out to the community, as well as crime prevention information and education out to try to further reduce our crime stats. And then lastly, the chief wanted me to share that we are planning on starting a teen summer academy, and to all of your surprise, that'll be held in the summer. And that's basically very similar to our Citizens Academy. Has anybody in the crowd been to our Citizens Academy? I know the city manager has. Yeah. And so you get to learn a lot about the police department, and it's open to the public through an application process. And this will be a similar thing that we'll do for our teen groups in the summer to help them learn a lot about law enforcement. And then hopefully we can start growing some of our future police officers from the local community.
The following presentation was made possible by the Altek Media Group, a Southern California multimedia company providing exponential branding and marketing services to all their clients. The Altek Media Group understands the value of the 3W strategy, providing their clients proven, trackable results. Let us make it easy for you to grow your business. Visit altekmedia.com.